Sorry. I'll hand it on for a chapter. Aki sees the beauty of everything, his mother said, even a wild boar, but one of these days, Aki, you're gonna end up in a big trouble. He's a good kid, and he said, one thing to protect his new friend. I good boy, Aki said, puffing his chest. Danny and Aki's looked at each other, and they both laughed. The sound startled Danny, and he laughed, since the knife fin fell. Aki started both of them, trying to see what was funny. Then he grabbed Danny's arm and started pulling his hands. Danny, come. Aki said, Danny, come over. Danny opened his mouth and said, no thanks. But Aki kept shouting, Danny, come. From such a sharp shrimp, the kid was a real muscle man. You may as well come, Danny's mother said. I have lunch just about ready. And as you can see, my son doesn't take no for an answer. Wait. See. Chapter 6. Wait. See, Chapter 6. Before Danny read... Before Danny really understood what was happening, Aki had dragged him to their house. If you guys called it in a house, it was smaller. It was smaller than the crane's house and made of cement with a metal roof. Still, there was something nice about it. The white flowers on the neat vegetables garden. Vegetables, yuck! In the place in front, Aki's mother had introduced herself on the way. She was Miss Shuda. She explained that Aki's father was a fisherman on a 3-day trip. He'd be back tomorrow afternoon. Miss Sudo, then he sat down at a little wooden table. Aki screamed on the table. He stayed. Mr. Sudo served lunch. The food was worked, the bowls of rice and fish and scaly sauce, but not as bad as, especially the bright outraged fruit for dessert. It was tasted sweeter as a lollipop. For dessert, that's just a fruit for dessert. That is just wrong. I'm gonna tell you, that is just wrong. Dessert is donuts and sweet things. That's dessert. Fruit is a snack, or is a breakfast or lunch. Not a even I always eat meat for lunch. But in fact, well, for school, yeah. But then a formation of bomber planes flew over them. There were always military planes crisscrossing the skies of Pearl Harbor. There were Army and Navy airfields all around the harbor. Not only Hickman were mile-worked. Aki leaped up. A B-18 snitched. A minute later, 3 more planes appeared. An A-20. He shouted. Just ignore it. And finally, Danny, a B-17 flying forward to a B-17, Aki's favorite plane. Aki knows all planes. Miss Sudo said, putting another plate of orange fruit in front of Aki. Why don't you show Danny your look? Aki helped up Danny's lap and shot into the house. He repeated a minute later, and Danny handed a warrant. He grinned proudly as Danny opened it. Danny started at pages of one filled with perfect drawings and bomber warships. He drew these, Danny said in amazement. My papa, Aki said. My husband drew those, Mr. Sudo explains. When he's home, he takes Addie's down to the docks and he sits there for hours. He's really good, Danny said. He's an artist. Danny could hear the pride in Mr. Sudo's voice. Fixing it is just his job. As you can see, moving on. No. Well, you know what? I wish I could draw. Danny said. Actually, he already could draw a little bit. Miss Mills got him a sketchbook and told him to practice, but he never made much progress. My husband would love to help you learn. Doodle, is your father in the military? No, Danny said. He's just me, my mom. She works as a nurse. We moved here from New York a couple of weeks ago. My mother, my mother's very brave to come to all this way to our new life. Danny had never really thought of it the I never thought of it that way. Ma had looked so scared after Finn fell, but he guessed it was brave. So to leave the city she lived her whole life, she traveled halfway around the world. Luckily, she luckily to have a boy like you, Mr. Sudo said. The word hung in air. No, a boy like you. Then they seemed to slap Danny in his face. Tears came into Danny's eyes, but he had no idea why. Somehow, being there with Aki Misudo came that ice inside him. He had melted. He had gone out here. He stood up quickly and he dropped Aki's book onto the floor. Thank you for lunch, he said, packing up the sketch pad and only Aki. But I have to go. Danny Aki said, stay. You're welcome to stay afternoon until your mother returns from work. I'm sorry, Danny said. I'm sorry, but I have to leave. And without even a wave goodbye, he ran down the hill into his house. He doesn't know doctors work and the military just work very late. I'll probably show you later. Tears came to Danny's eyes, but he had to know what idea why. Somehow being there with Aki and Misudo, Gwen, how did it work? I try to end this.